I realized I had an ad in progress whenever I was talking to you. So hello, Brian. Hello. I'm glad you're here. Glad you could make it. kyradev is also live, but waiting for them to pop into the chat. kyradev, if you're here and if you're hearing me, say hi. Let me know you're here. I have my modified setup ready after getting word that I was submitting my matches wrong. I'm not submitting them wrong no more. Oh, I need to update. I was gonna update the title. Alright, we're good now. Hello, kyradev! Hello, hello, hello. You are here. Finally, my laptop's autocorrect is recognizing SPS as an actual term. Give me one sec to finish adjusting the screens. I had to reset my setup to avoid banner ads because those were getting to be a bit much. kyradev saying yes for SPS. Hello, Hi-Fi Mac. Welcome to the chat. You're about to catch an amazing match between these two. Oh damn, that was a row off. Remove the screen. Oops. Brian's good. Yes, as well. Let me get y'all to see. It starts with 0 Charlie. 8 6 3 2. Oh, I should have got me a sody pop when I was in my kitchen. I had to scurry in here to get made the stream in time and actually have dinner prepped. But we got there. We got it done. I'm getting all these profiles in. And kyradev has first level select with sorry, no, Brian has first level select. Brian has first level select with the higher PB. Y'all know, y'all have been in bronze for a good minute now. Y'all know it's 12, 15, 18, 18 beatable. Looks like we are kicking off with 18 starts. Both players are ready. Let's get game number 1 kicked off in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Get last second adjustments made. Both players are off, which is what I like to see. kyradev's stack a bit wonky starting out, but should be able to get it back into good standing order. Neither player yet having scored a Tetris. The burns have been plenty in the very early game, but still so much Tetris left to play. We're literally just getting started here. Brian with Tetris number 1 of the game. kyradev getting column 7 cleaned up, and we'll get a Tetris going up to 50,000 on their end, 57 for Brian. Alright, now we can get round 1 underway proper. Another touches for Brian up to 80,000. kyradev setting up at 74. This is sure to be a barn burner of a match. kyradev still able to get Lombars over. Das capabilities on 18 are quite the skill to learn, and kyradev looks like they have mastered that skill. Brian, I believe, is a roller, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely is not using Das right now, as the new generation tends not to. Brian up to 137, kyradev trying to find a Lombard to put in column 9, just decides to fill it out with an L. kyradev setup, will bank a well-needed Tetris, goes up to 138, Brian with a Tetris up to 169. kyradev quickly answering, both players essentially tied right now. Brian set up with a T-spin. Eating a piece, was sticking it out, decided to fill it in with the nets. kyradev's board now in a spot of danger again. Has pretty good burns. The sequence will help very nicely. Good adjustments there. Brian, though, 2 of 4, has a pretty clean board, relatively speaking. kyradev, though, 193, so this is a close game. Brian the well open. Oh, kyradev, very nice burn. Is set up for a dirty Tetris, just needs this drought to end. Will get set up 4 off the bottom, getting a Tetris going up to 220. Brian getting a Tetris up to 231. Both players just passed the halfway mark in this level 18. We are at about 87 lines each. At 18 it goes so fast, you can only give updates every so often. Oh, kyradev setting up double wells, had to cover one of them. Oh, could not pop a Lombard over. That was a drought there on kyradev's side. We'll top at 226. Brian at 281 is good for game number 1 here. That was an mega drought. 100%. Brian at Tetris. Yeah, winter. Spoilers in the chat. Yeah. That's the problem of using the interconnected series of tubes that we call the internet. kyradev has level select. Don't know if we were going for 18 all the way or not, but yeah, the droughts on that seed were absolutely insanity. kyradev going 18. Bet, says Brian. This is sure to be a matchup of the ages. Both players ready. Game number 2 is coming your way in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Both players off. kyradev getting nicely set up right as the Lombard comes. We'll bank Tetris number 1. Brian having to take a triple just to get the board knocked down a couple pegs. kyradev stack now in not a comfy position, but oh no, nah, a couple misshifts. Oh no. kyradev's board in trouble right now. kyradev making the most of this, having really good pieces come. Decides not to burn out, will take a single there nonetheless. Bit of a more complicated setup triple. kyradev 38,000, Brian 37,000, so we are still pretty close here. Not a good place for that L bar on kyradev's side. Oh, kyradev not getting that L over. And that will do it for kyradev at 42. Brian at 45. You are good for game number 2 here. So Brian, quick to potentially be running away with this. Alright, looks like we are in fact 18ing pretty much all the way. Still having consent checks in between. But both players ready, let's kick game 3 off in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, you gotta make sure in between rounds if we are not on the same seeds. Brian, yeah. kyradev, top if you want to, but Brian, I say feel free to start on the 2E seed if you're good. I'm good if y'all are good. Okay, yeah, we're topping. That's all good. Let's increment up to 3F in that case. We're gonna call 2E a wash. Alright, let me double check seeds. 3F and 3F. Cool. Both players ready. Let's kick game number 3 off for one more time in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Alright, both players off. We are good to go here. kyradev with Tetris number 1 on the board. Brian not nailing the T-spin, unfortunately enough. Oh, Brian's board up high. Oh, no. I don't know if that's a side effect of not being familiar enough with rolling yet. But Brian, still able to get Lombard over, but no, Brian topping out at 8,000. kyradev, not a sweep, but we'll get game number 3. Yeah, that was a not fun seed there. But kyradev still very much in this as we move on to seed 4-0. These players sticking heavy to 18. Alright, we're ready to kick off game number 4. Coming at your door, as Ethan would say, in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Alright, both players off here. kyradev trying to take this to a game 5 decider. Brian, as they knock down a Tetris, is trying to keep that from happening. Both players rocking and rolling here. kyradev up to 56. Brian with this Tetris up to 55. These players mashing each other Tetris for Tetris here. Not wanting to give the other any room to breathe. The winner saying, let's go Kyra. Or Kyra. Kyra. Fills in a lumbar dependency. We'll get a T-spin set up. Holding out for it. And will not get, unfortunately. We'll get a good double burn there. Will help to keep the stack in a comfy position. kyradev 112, Brian 124. Both players' boards having a case of the wonks right now, but kyradev able to burn this down pretty nicely. Brian also doing pretty nicely over there. Mino shy from getting Tetris ready. Will bank it, go to 152, kyradev 126, still seeking out a Tetris of their own. Ooh, Brian, that will be 4 lines of burn on their side. 158 playing 150 right now, approaching the halfway point in this edition of level 18. $10K the difference. Like I was saying, should be a very closely matched game. Ooh, Brian putting that L vertical. Sorry, the J. Got a 5-high Vit set up, so probably didn't want to force it too much. kyradev a Tetris over there. Brian's board now getting swamped with L's and J's at the worst time. Brian's board, he's freaking out. Topside at 207. kyradev forcing a game 5 at 264. Is good for game number 4. That's right, folks. Crack them open if you got them. kyradev is on a decider. Paste PB attempt. Have at it, though I will say that you paused. I will let it be known that you paused. That's right, I'm a narc. But kyradev with a 549 PB. Yeah, you said the P word. You did it to yourself. I'm only just now learning that, bro, who cares if a 506? I care. I'm a stickler to the rules. I follow the rules to the letter. I'm just joshing anyway. Alright, we are about ready to crack game number 5 open. We got Right from Brian. We got a ready from kyradev. Let's get game number 5 underway. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, that PB was a lot of post play. That 549 with like a 271 at transition. Both players are off. kyradev in a massive need of a long bar. We'll get it. Ooh, very good. Nailing the T-spin. Dig not over yet, though. Desperately needing a long bar to come. Ah, overshift there of that L, but got the long bar in there. I think that will spell it for kyradev at 8,000. No, we're having a world draw from CDM. Sag. Brian though at 74. Good for game number 5. Game 3 on their side. I'm gonna take a real quick sec and report this now, so that DMP doesn't get mad at me. Plus, I want to see how this affects the standings going into it, because this, to my knowledge, was a pretty close showing as far as the scores go. 3-2. Alright, Brian. Brian is 2 points away from beating Richard's scoring points. So Brian just needs a win here, it seems. I don't know, I'm not in a, my brain's not in a thinking mode for points and scorenomics right now, but if that means anything to you, I hope you get value out of it. The fact that, Brian, you need 2 points to tie, 3 points to win. I think you don't get any points if it's a sweep. You get 1 point if you lose 3-1. You get 2 points if you lose 3-2. So yeah, Brian just has to win this set, essentially. If my assumptions are correct and if my thinking is correct, I can take what I'm thinking with a game of salt. So this is basically the decider of the bracket. You're correct. Brian, it's all on you here. kyradev, you have level select, going with 18s. Sorry, I'm not paying attention. Let me get y'all's game 1 of set 2 kicked off in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Both players off. I was wondering why Brian's board looked so small if I didn't have it all the way sized up correctly. Both players, Tetris is on the board. kyradev getting a nice S-spin. kyradev, nice, nasty Tetris. Oh, he used a long bar to get set up for 1, but done another game. I love when that happens. kyradev up to 71. Brian trying to fight out of this at 28. Ooh, did not want to put that Lombard there. And we'll top at 28. kyradev with another nice Tetris will be good for game number 1 of set number 2. GG's, GG's, GG's. Damn, I'm realizing I missed my chance to run ads in between sets. I don't wanna add to auto run whenever y'all are in a game. Oh well, time to snooze. Alright, both players ready, let's kick game number 2 off here in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Both players are off. SIZ, the opener. kyradev, Tetris number 1 of the second game. Brian quick to follow. kyradev set up column number 9. Brian getting a Tetris in column 10, but both players haven't gotten Tetris, and that's all that matters. 49 playing 53 right now. Attack, another on for both players. Brian set up high here. Brian needing a Lombard bad. Oh, Brian though, pretty good setups. Ooh, decides to cover the well. Hangs the Lombard. And we'll top it 8th, 80,000. kyradev at 84,000. After that, Tetris now 106,000 is good for game number 2. Dang, GG's. So now it's kyradev knocking on the door of a set 2 sweep. Alright, we are about ready to kick game 3 off. Brian needing to take this to 5 games. Both players ready in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Both players off here. kyradev, Tetris number 1. Ooh, Brian not getting set up at the chance. But of course, it's easy to say that from such a perfect spectator's view. kyradev, another Tetris, up to 73. Brian, having yet to get a Tetris on the board, has been involved with some burns. kyradev, set up for another Tetris here. Brian, sorry, I'm focusing so hard on Brian's screen. Brian at 24 has been fighting this dig situation all the game. Has been managing it quite well, but can't quite get it going from managing into managed. Oh, but that got the well open real quick. Brian with the first Tetris, very well needed. Up to 53. kyradev now with a bit of an uneven board at 145. Able to get a Lombard over for a Tetris, but alright, now he's getting the board resettled. kyradev 191, having taken quite the advantage of Brian's extended dig situation. Brian, though, set up for another Tetris at 77. Oh, but kyradev's board falling apart. kyradev topping out 197. Brian, your chase down is 197. 197 is the chase down. So Brian has still about 80 lines left in level 18. Should have time to coast, but should also be wary of, you know, playing more lax. Up to 152. Is set up again. Will knock another Tetris at 175. One more should do it. Is it 69 lines? Hey now. Is set up. Lombard comes. That will do it. Brian will get game number 3. So far through 3 games, we have mirrored performances here from these players. Perhaps it is Brian's turn for a reverse sweep. I'm ready for it. I'm here for it. I'm ready to see it. This could be huge. I'm so excited. I love Tetris. Both players ready. You can get number 4 off in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Both players off. Oh, kyradev. Getting up, I've got the Lombard. Brian, oh. Brian decided A-type wasn't hard enough. Had to compete in B-type. It's this. Oh, magnificently burned away. Trying to set up to convert now. kyradev banking another Tetris at 75. Brian, GG's on a masterful dig, I will say. Did very well. You deserve that Tetris going up to 40. kyradev with another Tetris up to 121. kyradev not letting off the gas. I'm not I haven't been watching, but are they good through 8? If they are, very well done. I might have to go back through and watch this just to make sure. kyradev on a tear is at 189. Brian, trying to get the board back under control. If kyradev was perfect, they aren't now, having taken a double. Trying to find some nice pieces here. Not putting the square over 9-10, but has the right wall open. Both players now waiting on Lombars. Lombar comes for Brian, but having covered the hole. $74 here for Brian, kyradev 263. Brian getting a Tetris, set up for one more. kyradev, column 6 Tetris, very nice, up to 308. Both players halfway through 18 right now. kyradev's lead 180,000. Halfway. Oh, Brian. Not getting a T-tuck. Has it within them to get out of this. Is doing well with the burns right now. kyradev up to 400,000 at 82. This could still be a really good result for some aspects regardless. Brian doing a really good job of burning this away. Will get a Tetris up to 183. Has only 2 meters on the board, but now not great setups. kyradev 447, Brian 186, approaching 100 lines. These players giving it their all. Brian has been managing this dig very well, I will say. Has been rewarded with many a Tetris for their efforts. We'll get one more, going up to 212. kyradev with the well open and just ready for another Tetris. Brian, a Tetris up to 236. Brian, another Tetris, 259. kyradev, 521. kyradev, a Tetris away. kyradev with a Tetris. 10 lines left for both players until transition. kyradev. kyradev set up for a nice Tetris. We're going to transition at 580. Brian into transition at 335. I'm just gonna let these players play. They're out of blood. Brian getting a Tetris. kyradev's board getting choppy. kyradev topping out at 594. Congrats on the PV, by the way. Brian topping out at 391. kyradev will take game number 4. We'll play spoiler in Brian's bronze victory. kyradev, very nice on the PV. Go ahead and set PV that. I'm gonna see it happen. I'm here for it. Quick report this. This is for the last game in bronze 33. Alright, let's see how Bronze 33 wrapped up. kyradev playing absolute spoiler. Brian ending Bronze 33 with 39 points. Richard Wolf ending with 40 points. So Richard Wolf winning Bronze 33. Brian's saying bronze for another season. Let's go. Hey, I'm gonna be right there with you for the next one. That's right. I'm declaring for the Bronze League, for the Bronze Division, for 35 or whatever the next one will be. That's right. I'm bronze, baby. Good games. Very well played. I'm gonna milk one more ad out of y'all while y'all are here. But otherwise, thank y'all for showing up. Thank you for some great matches, and I hope y'all have a great one.